Hello, friends. Okay, I'm kind of still waiting for my primer to dry. So take your time popping on. All right, so I'm gonna pin my shopping link right here in the comments, rayahopebeauty.com. Everything's available right there that you're about to see. I cannot tell you guys how many times I get asked to do these kind of makeup looks. That's not true. I get asked like 50-50. I get asked to do like super over glammed makeup looks, like smoky eyes and sultry looks that take like over an hour to do live. And then I get asked to do these like super simple, like mom on the go type of makeup looks. And what I usually do is kind of like my style with like the liquid touch and the concealer and like full coverage, but it's minimal to me because that's what I prefer. But I know a lot of people prefer this tutorial with, I mean, how many things am I using? I'm only using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm using less than 10 products. Hey, Jennifer, oh, I miss you. I'm using less than 10 products, and this is just like perfect for if you're kind of a less is more kind of gal, or you're just starting into makeup and you don't need to be rocking full glam, or if you just want to be, if you want to feel like you're put together, you want to feel nice, but you don't want to spend an hour doing your makeup. Not that it takes me an hour. I think it takes me like 20 minutes. Hey. So this will be the tutorial for you. So I'm gonna share this really fast. Share it to my business page, which is called Beauty by Raya Hope. And then I'm gonna share to my like blog page, which is called just Raya Hope. And that's where I do a lot of fashion stuff, a lot of makeup, a lot of hair. So if you're into that, check it out over there. Let me just make sure it's shared while we wait for everyone to pop back on. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I was waiting for my primer to dry. And what I meant by that was before I do my makeup, any type of makeup tutorial, I don't care if it's like nothing like how we're gonna do today, like super minimal, or if it's like full glam, I always do the same tutorial or the same pre-makeup routine, and I swear by it, especially if you have a lot of dryness, especially if you have a lot of oil. These two products are literally going to like hold everything up together, like hold everything in place, make everything look stunning and like a porcelain doll, even if you're using minimal makeup. We're doing super minimal today. Okay, so the two products that I have on right now, one is the first thing I do is spray with a Touch Bold setting spray. I spray this all over my face, my eyes, my lips, everywhere. I like douse my face in this. I let it dry. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna cap all of those pores. It's gonna help to minimalize everything, and it really gives your face kind of a matte finish. So then I go in with a Glorious Face Primer. This little baby is gonna last you over a year. It's worth every single penny. There's a joke. It's a crime not to prime, because you definitely wanna prime your face. Just like you'd prime a wall, you wanna prime your face, because this is going to cap all of the creasing, all of the pores. It's going to help minimize all of like the laugh lines popping through your foundation. Instead of your foundation seeping into your skin, it's going to seep into the primer. So it's allowing an even surface for your foundation to sit on top of, even if you're only doing concealer like we are today. So this is huge. So I usually let this settle on my skin for like 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'll go back in with my setting spray and spray again. And why I do this a second time is because, like I said, I have super oily skin. Now this is a silicone base, so it's gonna make your face feel really soft, not oily, not slick, just super soft. I prefer feeling my skin like not tight, but like dry, you know what I mean? Especially because I have oily skin. So I always go back in with this and let it dry. So that's what I do before any type of makeup look. I swear by it. Give it a try. If your just makeup's not looking like how you want it to or how you think it should, try that pre-makeup routine. It makes a huge difference. Okay, so now that our setting spray is dry, hopefully I shared it all the right places. It will. A little silly trick that I use, take a paper plate and fan your face with it. It helps your setting spray dry so much faster than a fan, faster than letting it air dry. It's like kind of a silly joke that I take this on vacation with us. Like I take a paper plate, and every time my husband or whoever is watching me pack is like, why are you bringing a paper plate? They have plates. I'm like, I know, it's for makeup. Or if I do wedding makeup, I always take a plate. It's so funny. But that's just a little trickaroo. Does that work with just pressed powder? Yes, that is what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, so first things first, sorry for this like shadow. I don't know where that's coming from. Let me try closing these blinds actually. Hold on one second. All right, let's see if that helps. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Nope, just created more shadows. Hold on. Okay, I give up. We'll just have to make do with the shadow on my face. My car is parked in front of the house and the sun is like reflecting off of it. Okay, anywho. So the first thing that we're gonna do is color correctors. I'm only gonna be doing the yellow color corrector today because when I do minimal makeup, I don't have time. If I'm doing minimal makeup, it's because I'm in a hurry or I'm like feeling super lazy. And the orange color corrector, as much as I love using it, it is more difficult to cover. You have to use more product to cover it. And so if I'm in a hurry or if I'm feeling lazy, that's the last thing I wanna do. So the yellow color corrector is good enough for me. So what this does is it's going to help brighten your under eye. It's going to help to cancel out purple and blue undertones. Not everyone needs to use this, but if your under eyes kind of bother you, like they just are too dark in your opinion, this would make a big difference. And if I missed your guys' comments, I know I'm like kind of all over the place. Just comment them again so I can get back to you. I'll give you guys a link to this as soon as I get off. Okay, so color corrector on. All right, so now we're gonna go in with our concealer and we're gonna take the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, and I'm gonna pop like that much on my finger. I may go in with a little bit more because this is like the primary like thing that we're gonna use to cover everything. I love this concealer. It's so opaque. Look at how like pigmented that is. It gives you amazing coverage. So even if you are like not a fan of liquid foundation or you just want something that gives you good coverage in a hurry, this would be a great option for you because like I said, it gives you amazing coverage and it lasts forever. It's so good. I forgot to get a paper towel. Skincare bundles, no, not at the moment. We don't have any collections that are with skincare, unfortunately. Awesome, welcome Regina. Do you have to use a concealer with correctors? Yes, in my personal opinion, you do, just because color correctors are gonna be more pigmented than even your skin, like even discolorations in your skin. So if you want to cover whatever you're wanting to cover with a color corrector, you're gonna need to cover the color corrector, okay? So that's why I don't recommend them for everyone because they can be a little tricky sometimes to cover. So what I always recommend is start off with just the concealer and see if that's good enough for you because for most people it will be. Awesome, Santa Barbara's not too far from me. Okay, so now we're gonna take the small blending bud by Unique and we're gonna start blending this in all over and look at this coverage, you guys. Look how it totally evens out your skin tone. Look at how it totally hides the redness and like the discoloration in my eyelids. Definitely covers that color corrector. And just imagine what this would do if you're putting it over foundation. Like, you guys, the coverage is incredible from these products. So, so good. And look how easy that was. You post a link to, yes, absolutely. My website is right here, rayahopebeauty.com, and that's where you can grab the concealer. Again, it's called the Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm using the shade Organza, which is what I usually recommend for a lot of people because it has pink undertones in it, which concealers with pink undertones usually hide darker discolorations better than things that have yellow undertones in it. So just depending on what your skin tone is or what you're trying to hide, would depend on what I would recommend. But I always encourage you guys to just shoot me a message, direct message me, or like I said, DM me, whatever's easier for you guys, email, whatever, and ask for help, ask for a recommendation before you purchase. Because it kind of depends on like what your skin type is and what your skin tone is, what I would recommend, okay? So make sure you shoot me a message. So this is damp. I wring it under the water before we got started. And then now I'm gonna look and see if there's any areas that I want a little more coverage. I think we're good. But look at how like even that is. Isn't that so good? That's just the Skin Perfecting Concealer. Just that, that's it. So good. Acne scars, Skin Perfecting Concealer. Like the Skin Perfecting Concealer will literally cover everything. So good. Okay, so now we're gonna take a dry beauty blender and I'm gonna spray this with my setting spray to really cling on to the setting powder. Super easy to return. Yeah, everything has a love it guarantee, so if you don't love anything for any reason, you can return. Okay, so now we're gonna set this concealer with the translucent setting powder by Unique. And if you have dry skin or mature skin, meaning you have like a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, I probably wouldn't recommend baking with it, but you can absolutely use it to set your concealer. I would just recommend using less of it. This technique that I'm using is more for people who have oily skin. What translucent setting powder does is it draws out the natural oils of your skin and it basically traps them. So instead of pushing your concealer or your foundation away or all over, it's going to basically soak up that oil so it's not moving around your foundation. So I took the cap off mine. So I just kind of like dip it in and then I kind of squeeze my brush so it kind of doesn't have like a ton on there. And then just lightly go over wherever you have like a lot of oil or if you have a lot of movement in your foundation, that's where I would pop this. Pop, lock, and drop it. Okay, so if, like I was saying, if you do have dry skin or you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles, what I would actually suggest is taking whatever's in the cap and taking like an angled brush like this, scooping it up and then just kind of tapping it in those areas rather than applying it with the beauty blender. It's gonna give you the same exact effect, but it's not gonna dry you out and it's not gonna accentuate your fine lines and wrinkles because you're not putting a lot of product there. So I would only suggest using this product in the areas that you're oily. So if you're only oily around your nose, only use it around your nose. If you're oily just on your forehead, just use it on your forehead. Otherwise, I would recommend setting your makeup with the pressed powder like we're about to do. But like I said, I have super oily skin, so I have to set it with a setting powder or else I'll look like an oil bucket in 2 hours. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Kayla. Can never find something that doesn't gravitate towards an eczema, pacify nuisance, or anything. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want something hydrating. So either the cream foundation or the BB Flawless. So if you have super dry skin, those foundation options are better for you because they're not gonna dry you out. They're not gonna accentuate your dryness. If anything, they're gonna help to moisturize. Also, the Glorious Face Primer is what's also gonna really help you. So like I said, just depending on what your skin type, skin tone is, shoot me a message and I can give you a full recommendation. I think I saw another. So dry skin, skip the setting powder. Just go in with the pressed powder. Okay, I have super oily skin. So carry this like whole thing that I'm doing is like what you should do. So if you have oily skin, you don't find the primer making you worse. No, if anything, it helps to contain the oil. It like makes such a huge difference. And then also the setting spray makes a really big difference as well because that kind of like contains the primer. Do you know what I mean? Kind of it's like all, what is it? The balance and check system. This is the makeup balance and check system. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our pressed powder and this is in the shade Taffeta. And I'm gonna use a big kabuki brush. I love applying with the big one because I find that it applies your pressed powder really airy and not super heavy or like cakey. I'll give you guys a link to this, so just check the comments after I get off. Yes, absolutely, Tracy. If anything, this makeup line is made for 40-plus-year-old women. Our CFO, who's like head of product development, how old is Melanie? 53, I'm guessing. So everything like has to pass through her. Hence why everything's purple. Okay, so now we're gonna take the pressed powder and we are gonna start with tapping it everywhere. Now this is going to set our concealer or set our foundation. I always do this over everything. Hi, Jody. And it's also going to keep our oil at bay, and it's bumping up the coverage. I always joke around and tell you guys that if I was trapped on a desert island, the one product I would bring would be the setting powder. It's not cakey at all. It's literally a second skin. It doesn't look powdery or heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It's so, so good. The formula on the Mineral Touch pressed powder is incredible. Good morning, because I've been using... Yeah, Carrie, shoot me a message, shoot me a selfie, and I'll give you a recommendation. And just remind me that you have oily skin. Okay, so I really prefer tapping my foundation on, the pressed powder on, rather than buffing it on. I find that when you buff it on, one, you can move the concealer, and two, kind of, it may move around the primer as well. So tapping it on like this is gonna apply it really airy. It's also gonna give you that full coverage as well. Yes, so essentially the concealer I'm using as primer, or sorry, as foundation today. Thanks, Becca. Yeah, Tracy, shoot me a message. Shoot me a message. And then it's like, if you guys want the product list, if you're not a real big commenter, I know a lot of you guys are like silent watchers, comment something, even if it's just a little emoji, a heart, a smiley face, whatever. That way you'll be alerted after I get off to the product list and all of the links and everything. But everything is available right here, rayahopebeauty.com. So if you're like, oh yeah, I have skin tone like Raya does, Taffeta would work for you. If you're like, oh yeah, I have dark circles like she does and I'm kind of her complexion, the shade Organza would work for you. These are like super easy to blend out and to like blend together. So honestly, like I could wear a few different colors in our foundation, in our pressed powders and stuff like that. Super easy to kind of work with. Hi, Tammy. Okay, so now this is our coverage for the day. Like, how easy is that? So if you weren't live and explaining every step and taking your time, you would literally pop your concealer on, blend it out, pop your pressed powder on. Like, we all can do that. There's no skill involved in that. That's so easy. And look at how great this coverage is. It's not cakey, it's not heavy, feels like a second skin. It's so good. So for fine lines, you want to apply your foundation with the blending buds. You want to make sure you have on your Glorious face primer and your setting spray. And you want to make sure that you're setting your foundation with like a kabuki brush and pressed powder. My skin tone, super oily. I mean, I don't know how to describe the color of it. You guys can be the judge. I guess I'm pale-ish. I don't know, I'm like olive-skinned-ish. I'm like everything. Aw, thanks you, Lori. Thanks, Lori. It's so easy, Hannah. Absolutely. Okay, so now we're going to add a little zhuzh to our makeup look. So this is the Beachfront bronzer in Hermosa, and we're gonna apply it with an angled brush. Now, if you are new at doing contouring, what I would recommend is actually grabbing the Powder Puff brush by Unique. It's small, it's round, it fits perfectly in the hollow of your cheek, and it's so easy to use. So I would recommend using that rather than an angled one at first, just because this is gonna give you, an angled brush is gonna give you more of a bolder contour. The Powder Puff brush by Unique is gonna give you more of a natural contour. So depending on what the look you're going for, is what brush I would recommend. But Beachfront bronzer in Hermosa is to die for. It has really light pink and red undertones in it, so it just gives you this really natural, like, sun-kissed glow. It's gonna define your face without making it look muddy or dirty or overdone. So what you're gonna do is just pop this in your contouring areas. I'm only gonna do one side so I can really show you guys the difference. But you just do it on the temples of your forehead and kind of go back and forth. And then around your jawline. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I put the primer everywhere. I put it on my lips, I put it on my eyes, I put it on my eyelashes. I literally put it everywhere. I guess I would have cool undertones. But like I said, I can wear velour, organza, lace, and taffeta in our foundations, which that's like, taffeta and lace are more neutral, velour is yellow, and organza is pink. Like, I'm telling you guys, these colors like blend out super easy and they do not oxidize, meaning that they don't get like darker as you wear them. Awesome, Brenda. This will be like your jam. Perfect, Jessica. If you want a more matte, I mean, this looks matte. It doesn't look shimmery at all. There's no glitter, there's no shimmer. But if you want like a straight matte contour, what I would get is the pressed powder in the shade Chenille. If I'm doing more of a bolder contour, that's what I actually grab, is the pressed, it's like the Mineral Touch pressed powder, but it's in the shade called Chenille. It's matte. It's actually pressed powder, so it makes it super easy to blend out, but it's really gorgeous. Okay, so I'm gonna pause for a second. Look at that difference. Just a teeny tiny bit of contouring. This is the Beachfront bronzer in the shade Hermosa. See how it just defines my face over here? It makes my under eye look brighter, makes my cheeks look more plump on this side, just really brings everything together. Click that little heart emoji if you see the difference. Tiny bit of contouring makes a gigantic difference. I swear, once you guys start, you're gonna be like, how was I not doing this before? So let's catch this side up. So start at the top of your ear, working your way down the hollow of your cheek, and then you stop at where your pupil is. So like 2 finger lengths away from your mouth is where you wanna pop this. And you don't need to be pushing super hard. You just do it really lightly like this. These are pigmented enough. You don't really need to push super hard. Sometimes I lost my tan, just lace a little more lighter. Yes, Sarah, so you would go down to lace. Lace is like the perfect medium between taffeta and velour. It's like the same as velour, but neutral, not so yellow. Yeah, so you do the same thing, Angelica. For under eye brightness, I really like the Skin Perfecting Concealer in the shade Organza, which we used today. And then the Touch Bold Setting Powder is really great as well. Okay, I love a more bold contour, so bear with me. Okay. Okay, okay. And see how that just takes like a, I don't know, like an easy kind of humdrum makeup look and just like spices it up, you know what I mean? So definitely contouring, huge difference. Okay, so now we're gonna take our blush, and I'm not like a really huge blush girl, so I don't like the super bright or really intense colors. So I absolutely love this color. This is the shade Serene. It's really comparable to the NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. If you've ever used that, you will like die over this. It's very similar, not as pink, but more like glowy. It's so good. So I take Unique's blusher brush and then I just tap this on. The shade Eyelet is going to be 1 step down from Taffeta. So it's gonna be maybe a little bit lighter than Taffeta, but same with the neutrals, yes. So if you're between velour and taffeta, you could go to Eyelet or you could go to lace, just depends. So shoot me a selfie and I can tell you. Yes, this blush seriously makes the biggest difference in your makeup look. It acts kind of as a highlight as well. So if you're shopping on a budget, this would like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Look at how gorgeous that is. It totally makes your cheekbones come up to the party. Hello. Makes your cheeks look so much rosier without looking too overdone or too like pink. It really, really makes a gigantic difference. This color, however, is limited edition, so make sure you snag it ASAP. Again, it's the shade Serene. Yeah, I could do my mom's makeup again. I'm sure she'd love it. I know, right, Michelle? Totally agree. Yay, hi, Pamela. Awesome, Madison, you'd love it. Thank you, Regina. Yeah, just shoot me a message if you guys need me color matched. And I will go ahead and share that live. I did my mom's makeup probably like a month ago with a lot of this stuff. So I'll, with this line of makeup. So I'll share that again so you guys can watch it back. Okay, so I like to clean up my contour with this. This is by Hourglass. It's the Ambient Lighting Powder in Ether Light. I'll share the link when I get off. I've had this forever, and it was kind of expensive, so I'm not one to waste. So that's why I use it. But if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg on this, using the Touch Mineral Pressed Powder in the shade Scarlet to do that would give you the same exact effect. I know, my mom's amazing. Yeah, the blush is so good. Aw, thanks, Kim. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kiza. Am I saying your name right? Kiza? Super pretty name. Keisha. Okay, so now we're gonna do highlight. So even if you're doing super simple and easy, you can still feel a little bit glowy. I know that glowy look is super in right now. So we're gonna take the Touch of Mode Lumenizer, and this is in the shade Lustrous, and we're gonna pop this on the highest parts of our cheekbones, kind of like our eye socket area right here. And this just gives you this really pretty glow. And again, this is the shade Lustrous. It's super bronzy. It's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so now we're gonna do our brows. Brush them out really fast. And then, like I said, if you are not into so many products, the pressed blush in the shade Serene would like give you that same vibe. Serene, Amber. I know, aren't they so glowy? I love these two. So pressed blush in the shade Serene, Touch of Mode Lumenizer powder in the shade Lustrous. We'll give you that look. Okay, so now we're gonna throw on our brows really quick. So this is the brow pencil in the shade Medium. Make sure you guys can see me. And I'm just going to very light-handedly draw that straight line up and over. I always do my brows. I feel like my makeup look looks so off if I don't. So I really love how quick and easy this brow pencil is. It has a retractable tip, so you never have to sharpen it. It's super dainty, so you get these like perfect little hair-like strokes. And I'm using the shade Medium, which is super easy to blend out. So if you have a little bit darker brow hair than I do, you could still use this and just really draw them in. Or if you have a little bit lighter, you could use it, but they also have a light and a dark color too. So throw these on. Yes, seriously, huge game changer. For Lustrous, for the Lumenizer, the shade Lustrous. Lustrous is the color. You don't have to be color matched for highlight if you know what you want. I only offered a color match just because I know sometimes buying makeup online can be super intimidating. I know like when I used to buy it on like Macy's or Ulta's website, I always would like second guess myself, or I wasn't sure like, will this look like it does in the photo or on the model? Because let's be real, those swatch pictures are like not helpful at all. Because like with our foundation, eyelet is listed above taffeta, so you think it's darker, but in person it's not, it's lighter. So that's why I always offered a color match, because it just takes the ease out of it, or the hardness out of it, you know what I mean? And everything has a love a guarantee, so if you don't love anything for any reason, you can just return it. That's another thing I love about this. The other thing that I really love, so I wasn't always into makeup. I used to only wear like liquid foundation, mascara basically. I never liked my makeup. I'd always see those girls that looked like porcelain dolls, and I always would be like, oh, I want to do my makeup like that, but I have no idea how. And I'd go into Macy's or Ulta or MAC or whatever, and I just felt so intimidated. I did not feel cared about. I would get sold on these products and get home and be like, what the heck is this for again? So when I started this, I promised myself I was gonna take that away. Like, I was gonna be here 100 steps of the way. If you guys have questions, you can always reach out to me and I can explain application for you. This is not like you shop and bye, see you later. No, I'm always gonna be here to do tutorials on the products that you purchase. I can answer your questions. I'll walk you through how to apply. So I am here, so don't you worry, especially if you're new at makeup. I got your back. About the collection, can I return the foundation for a different shade? Yes, absolutely. Exchanges are super easy, returns are super easy. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I wish I could do everyone's makeup. Okay, so see how easy that was? That was just the brow pencil in Medium, and then I just kind of fixed it up with the concealer, and I took the brow artist brush and I just kind of fixed it up because I went a little bit lower on this side. But basically all you do is you just fill in the lines. You know, we all know how to outline and you all know how to color in. That's exactly what you do with your brows. You don't need to be taking them all high and angled. If you want, that's all your jam. But for me personally, that's good enough. Just outline, fill in. All right, so now for, like I said, this is gonna be kind of a easier look. So we're just gonna throw a little bit of bronzer in our crease. So I'm gonna take Younique's blending brush, and this is the same bronzer that we did for our contour. And we're just gonna throw it in the crease of our eyes. This gives the appearance that we tried. And it's really funny because every time I put bronzer in my crease rather than eyeshadow, I get the most questions or the most compliments. It's so funny. I'm like, all I needed was bronzer. And I swear by using the Beachfront bronzer and Hermosa to do this, it really makes a big difference rather than using kind of like a different bronzer or a matte bronzer, because those look a little too harsh. But this one looks incredible. Look how pretty that is. I ended up with the fire swelling on my face. Pamela, roll the wand on the back of your hand before applying the fibers. And also start with the back of the lash rather than the front. Yeah, so quick, so easy. All right, so bronzer, eyeshadow's done. I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner in the shade Perfect. And you guys, if you haven't checked out this month's Kudos, you really need to. If you're new around here, like, what the heck is a Kudos? It's our monthly deal. Every month it's different. Every month it's a different bundle. This month is probably one of my favorites. I'm gonna be 100% honest, I'm not into purple mascara, but that's okay. They like got our back because they let you pick what colors you want. So you get the eyeliner, you get to pick your color. You get, I have like a fuzz on my nose. You get the mascara, you can pick the color. I'm gonna be using black. You could pick black, you could pick the waterproof black, the brown, or we have a limited edition purple color if you want. And then you also get the Liquid Touch foundation. Not the Liquid Touch foundation, what am I saying? The Splash liquid lipstick in whatever color you want. There is a limited edition color offered, but you don't have to pick that color. I would recommend picking this color. I'm gonna show you guys in here in a second. And you get the cleansing stick, which removes all eye makeup and nourishes your lashes. I can't tell you how much of a difference I've noticed in my lashes since I started using the nourishing stick. Nourishing stick, oh my gosh, I'm like inventing words. The cleansing stick. It helps your lashes grow and removes all of your makeup. It's so good. So that's also in the Kudos. Friday, awesome. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love the cleansing stick. I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I got it at convention, I was like, a cleansing stick? Like, why would I use this? Why would I need this? I love the shine cloths. Like, I'm loyal to my shine cloths. Why would I need this stick? And I didn't use it until we got home. So I had it for like a week. And I was like, let's see what this is about. Took it, started massaging my eyes with it, and it like made my 3D Fiber mascara come off like butter. So waterproof mascara like butter. And I was like, oh, okay, I could get down with this. I started using it every single night, and within 2 weeks, I was already noticing my lashes were so much thicker and like fuller. And I was like, what am I doing differently in my routine? The cleansing stick, it was massaging your lashes, that mascara off, rather than pulling because you're rubbing with a cloth or a whatever. You guys, you need it. It's so good. So if you want to score it on sale, Kudos. All right, so now I'm taking the Epic mascara, and this is just in our black. And we're gonna pop this all over our lashes. And this is all I'm gonna be using today. Just the Epic mascara, because like I said, when I'm in a hurry, I'm not about to fiber gel, Epic gel. Plus this gives amazing length and volume all by itself. And like I said, this comes in black, waterproof black, and brown. I don't when it came out, I bought these. Awesome, great. I know I need to do that same thing. I just got my restock of it too. Okay, so back of the lashes, and then I like doing like 2 coats of the Epic if I'm just doing the Epic mascara. Yes, and it comes in purple, but only if you buy it through the Kudos. Okay, so that's 2 coats. You guys, have I sold you yet? Look at how freaking long my lashes are. So crazy. And I love like the little teeth on this applicator. It really pieces out your lashes beautifully. And I've noticed that it curls your lashes as well. So I don't even use a curling or a lash curler. Look at that, isn't that crazy? So long. So when I'm only doing Epic, I really won't put anything on the bottom. I think that's good enough. So now we're gonna move on to lips. I'm gonna take the lip liner in the shade Prudent. This is like my favorite lip liner. I've gone through this, I think this is my third one. It's my favorite color. It's very soft, it's super neutral. It's perfect for over drawing your lips, or just if you want to draw them to really kind of enhance the shape of them. This is like the perfect one. It goes with so many of our lipsticks. So if you like want one that goes with a ton, Prudent would be the way to go. So to prevent getting mascara on your eyelids, what I recommend is looking down. So when you're doing your mascara, have your mirror that you're using on like lower level than where you're looking. So kind of like tilt your head back and apply that way. It's gonna force your lashes down. You're the only one I've seen do the lashes behind. I swear by doing like curling your lashes with it, taking the wand and applying it on the back end. No one ever does that. And if you're looking down in a photo, you can totally see that you haven't done that. So that's why I started doing that, because I was like, oh, I need to fix the back of my lashes. But once I started doing it, I was noticing that it helps curl your lashes as well. And if you're doing the 3D Fire mascara, it helps to keep the fibers in place. Just a little tip for you. All right, so lip liner and Prudent. Here we go. So I like to overdraw just a little. Yeah, give it a shot. All right, same over here. I love these lip liners. They're so creamy. They're so easy to use. They just glide on like butter. They're matte and they have a really great hold. And they're only 15 bucks. Okay. Lips are lined. And this really helps keep your lipstick in a place. So if you find that your lipstick bleeds or like goes where it shouldn't go, line your lips before any lipstick and you'll see a huge difference. Thank you. This is the Epic Mascara by Unique, available right here, RayaHopeBeauty.com. I think it's $24 by itself and it lasts like 6 months. Or you could get it on sale in this month's Kudos and get a whole bunch of other products with it. But why my lashes are so long, 2 things. The cleansing stick helps to nourish them, and then every single night before bed I use the Esteem Lash Serum. It kind of looks like this actually, but it has a purple top. I use it every single night. It makes your lashes grow like weeds. Use it every single night, apply it on the back of your lash, apply it on the front, you'll notice a big result. And it's really inexpensive for a lash serum. I think it's $47. Okay, so now for lipstick, I'm gonna be using the shade Sympathetic in our Splash Liquid Lipstick. This color is so good. If you want to wear a lipstick, but you don't want it to be too loud or too crazy, you just want something that's like neutral every day, will just give you a little, you know, pizzazz, this is what you want. This is the shade Sympathetic. It's a bit of trying as a presenter. Hold on one sec, Lori, I'll get to that. So when you apply your liquid lipstick, less is more. So I kind of wipe off a lot of that. And then just kind of apply it in like thin layers. Okay, how pretty is that? Such a good, like, neutral, everyday color. And this, like I said, comes in the Kudos. So to become a presenter, it's super easy. You just go to my website, RayaHopeBeauty.com, and you'll click join, and then you'll select me as your sponsor so I can train you and teach you how to make money doing this. And when you join, you get a kit I think it's worth around $400 worth of product, mostly eyes and lips, some skincare stuff. It's a pre-designed kit, so you don't get to pick the colors. It just comes as it is. But you get a ton of product to start you off with. It's super fun. You don't need any product on hand. You don't have to have in-home parties. You don't have to do any of that other direct sales kind of stuff. Really, you just share how much you love the makeup and you supply your free website that Younique provides you. Thank you, CJ. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Honestly, like, this makeup is so easy to use and it sells itself. Like, I can tell you how many times I've been stopped asking, oh, what mascara are you wearing? Or why are your lashes so long? Oh, Esteem Lash Serum, 3D Fire Mascara. It's just so much fun, and who would have thought that we'd be able to get paid to play with our makeup, you know? Dr. Brooker in La Jolla. Oh, you're so welcome. So yeah, if you need to be color matched, make sure you shoot me a message. If you guys have any questions, message me. If you have any questions on joining, message me. So last step is you take the Touch Bold setting spray. I spray this all over because this is what is gonna take away that makeup-y look. It's gonna take away the powdery look. It's gonna add a moisturizing effect to your foundation. It's not gonna make you more oily. It's going to contain the oil. It's gonna help to just like bring everything together and just make everything look super flawless. Dries into a matte finish. It makes your lashes stay in place, your lipstick stay in place longer. It really is like the finishing touch. It's like the hairspray to your makeup. Awesome. I know, isn't that funny? No, you like have to have like your epic mascara on hand at all times. All right, guys, so that was a makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this like super simple, you know, mom on the go type look. So just as a recap, so I have on the Skin Perfecting Concealer in Organza. I kind of applied it mostly on my under eyes, and then I just took it in my troubled areas like on my chin, any blemishes, a little bit on the forehead. I blended that down with Younique's blending bud. I set it with the Touch Bold setting spray, Touch Bold setting powder because I'm super oily, and I don't want it to crease. So Touch Bold setting powder. Then I went in with the Touch Bold Mineral Touch pressed powder in the shade Taffeta for fuller coverage and just to set everything, even everything out. And then I have on the Beachfront bronzer in Hermosa for my contour and for my eyeshadow. I have on the pressed blush in the shade Serene for my highlight and blush. And then we did the Touch of Mode Lumenizer powder in the shade Lustrous for our highlight. For our brows, we did the eyebrow pencil in medium. I have on just the Epic Mascara in black. I have on the Precision Eyeliner in black, which comes in, both of these come in the Kudos. And then for my lips, we did the lip liner in Prudent and the Splash Liquid Lipstick in Sympathetic. So all three of these come in the Kudos. So such a good stinking deal. So add these, grab the concealer and the pressed powder, and you got yourself a look. Let me know if you guys have any questions, need any help. Go ahead and share this by clicking in that bottom left-hand corner. Even if you just share it to your wall so you can watch it back after you get your products in the mail, that's like the best thing to do. Will you be doing a liquid powder foundation? Yes, I do the Liquid Touch Foundation tutorial probably the most out of all of the products. I think it's my favorite foundation we have. So that will probably be the next tutorial I do. But I will see you guys, let's see, maybe on Friday for a tutorial. Aw, thanks, Pamela. So if there's no share button, just exit and then come back in, and you should see the share button in the bottom left-hand corner. But if you want to grab any of this makeup, RayaHopeBeauty.com is my website. Feel free to share it with your friends. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.